welcome to my channel. So in today's video I have a very fun video for you guys. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 2-hour transformation. This is basically the things that I do to go from this to this, which is a very like glam. This look is perfect for like a date night, if you're going out to have a date night, or even for work. Sometimes when you're having bad days, you kind of just need that time to get ready by yourself, to really like feel good, do your hair, do your makeup, you know, just feel good. So basically in this video, I'm sharing with you guys everything that I did to transform myself into this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. I post a lot of lifestyle videos like beauty, fashion, vlogs, makeup, all that good stuff. So if you're into that, go ahead and subscribe so you can stay tuned with everything else that I post. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into how I transform myself into this. All right, let's get this transformation started. This is the real me, everybody. So basically this is me fresh out the shower. I didn't wash my hair because today is not a hair wash day, and I have found that second day, third day hair is always easier to style than hair that's like freshly washed. So that's why my hair looks like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on my hair, and as I mentioned, I have a full in-depth tutorial on how I style my hair. So if you guys wanna see that, I'll go ahead and link it, because right now I'm kind of just gonna do like a overall, not gonna go too in-depth because then this video will be literally as long as it takes me to get ready, like 2-3 hours long, but I'm just gonna go ahead and speed right through this part. The dry shampoo that I've been loving lately is by Freeman. It's called the Deep Clean Dry Shampoo. It has pink clay and peppermint in it, so it's super nourishing but also very effective. So I'm gonna literally just spray this all along the root area. Hair is done. I'm gonna go ahead and spray hairspray on it. It's actually not entirely done because there's still one more step that we have to do. I like to go in with a straightener and straighten out the ends of my hair, because I feel like this gives it that very natural beachy look. If you use like a regular curling iron, then you probably can skip this step because the curling iron naturally straightens the ends for you, but when using a wand, it doesn't. So that's why I go in with this step at the end. And then I can kind of just start like combing through it so it doesn't look so put together. Just loose, done, natural, and we're done. I'm just pinning my hair back so that the hair is out of my face so I can do my makeup. And I am going to basically be doing like an everyday glam type because this is a transformation into glam. My skin is already cleaned and moisturized, and so now I'm going to go in with kind of like a base before foundation. And the one that I've been loving is from Dior. This is a Dream Skin Karen Perfect. I feel like I've been using this in my past few videos, but it's because I just genuinely, it's because I really just love the way that it transforms my skin. So I kind of just apply that all over the skin. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I like to conceal before actually going in with my eyebrows and the eyebrow pencil because I feel like it helps me save time and also helps me get the best shape that I can get of my brows. So I love this step because it really helps me like just see what I'm working with, you know? So I'm just gonna buff all this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill my brows in and kind of speed through this because it takes me quite some time. And I love to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Ash Brown. This is honestly my favorite brow pencil because it's super easy to use and it's very affordable. I go through like one of them a month, but I never mind like repurchasing because it's not super expensive like most brow pencils. It's only 10 bucks. The main palette that I'm going to be using in this video is a Jaclyn Hill palette. So the first shade that I'm going to be using is this shade Butter. I'm just going to be kind of blending that out all in the crease because I want to give myself some really good like dimension on the eye. And I feel like this shadow is perfect because it's a few shades deeper than my complexion. I love how these shades blend. It literally blends like butter. I feel like when you're getting ready for a special occasion or you're doing like a glam transformation, take your time. That's why it takes 2 to 3 hours, because you want to take your time and have that like creative freedom. So I'm going to be using the shade Mocha, and I'm going to start on the outer part of the eye with a more like precise brush and kind of just bring it in to the outer corner. That's mainly where we're going to be focusing this shadow, because again, I want to create like a natural contour. You always want to keep your original brush handy just so it can help you kind of blend everything out better. Again, we're going for like a natural-ish type of glam, so we want just a little bit of smoke. Makeup is so fun. This is probably my favorite part about getting ready, is if I have the time, then I love it. If I'm rushed, I'm like stressed out and just don't want to do anything to my face, just the bare minimum. But when I get the time, it's fun. It's really fun. I'm going to go in with a darker brown, and this is the shade Central Park. And I'm going in with like a very, very pointy brush. I'm just going to kind of smoke it out, kind of like we're doing like a liner, but also bringing it in to create like a dimension on the outer corner. And then I'm going to use a brush that has nothing on it to blend it all out so that the color doesn't get mixed up with everything else, you know? I'm going to intensify it just a little tad bit more on the outer corner. Creates like a very nice dramatic look, but also super easy way to accomplish it, because you're literally just focusing on one part of the eye, which is the outer corner, and then just making sure that it's nicely blended with everything else. The only thing that palette doesn't have is a nice white frosted eyeshadow. That's the only thing it doesn't have, so I have to kind of dig into other palettes that I have to get like a nice white frost to kind of just create like a little bit of a white base on the lid. So that's what I'm doing. This is just a white shadow from Morphe. So I'm just applying like a light amount all over my lid. Again, just for like dimension, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. My favorite lashes to use when doing like an everyday glam is the Wispy Lashes by Ardell. That is exactly why I always buy them like in the value pack, because I use these literally for like any look. Okay, so now that the eyes are sort of done, we're going to go ahead and move on to the face, which is like my favorite part because I love a nice beat face. So for foundation, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. This foundation is one of my favorites, especially when I want long wear, when it's not like every day, but I'm trying to accomplish like that nice glam that's gonna last me like more than 12 hours. This is my go-to foundation because it really lasts on the skin, and it's also matte, so it helps control my oils throughout the day. To blend out my foundation, I'm using this sponge from Base Blue, and you guys, this sponge is now my favorite foundation applicator because it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's so soft. It's literally 10 times better than the Beauty Blender. I find that the Beauty Blender actually picks up my makeup and picks up my foundation instead of blending it out. And this one is just perfect because it blends everything out nicely. It doesn't pick up foundation, and it doesn't have to be entirely wet to be this soft. So I just love it. It's just what I've been using lately and one of the products that I have fell in love with. So I just wanted to share that. What I love about it is the pointy part on the top is perfect to get into areas like the inner corner of the eye where it's a little bit like, you know, tight in space. All right, so foundation is blended. Now we're gonna go in with concealer. And for concealer, I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer along with a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape. This Instant Age Rewind Concealer is literally life-changing, you guys, because it really helps conceal the under eyes, but it's also not too thick to the point where it dries out the under eye. So I feel like it's just a perfect combination. So I'm just gonna go ham. Literally. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Tarte chip on top of it just for, you know, that extra coverage. Look how easy that blends out with the sponge. So I'm just blending, 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 blending with my brothers like it's Jonas, Jonas. You probably think that you are better now, better now. I seriously need another song because that song is all I've been singing lately. See, and like right here when you get to the eyebrow area, this shape is perfect because it doesn't mess up your brows. See that? Perfect. And then I'm gonna obviously blend out the nose area. This is how I knew this sponge was the best because usually when I use a beauty sponge on my nose, it picks up everything right off. Like my nose becomes like a web because everything is picked up and just smeared. But this sponge, never. It's just perfect. Now we're going to set the under eyes, and I'm using my Fenty Beauty loose powder. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Butter. To set the under eyes, I'm also using this brush from Base Blue. It's super duper soft and perfect for setting the under eyes because the shape just fits under the eye perfectly. And on this side, this powder smells bomb. Delicious. Delicious. And I'm also going to go ahead and set the areas of my face that I'm going to go in with powder with, just because the powder applies a lot more seamlessly and easier when I set my foundation with powder. But then what I like to do, because this powder is very, how do I say, thick, so it like sticks everywhere, so you kind of have to really make sure it's off or else it's just going to set on your skin. And it's gonna get like a little bit cakey. So that's why I like to go in with just another powder brush to really get rid of any excess powder that doesn't need to be there. My nose is looking bomb. So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer. I'm gonna be using my Hoola Benefit bronzer. This brush that I'm using is by e.l.f. It's actually their highlighting brush. And I like to use it to bronze up just because of the shape. It's like a dome shape, so it's perfect to get into like that crevice that you want to bronze / contour. I tend to kind of like to apply bronzer on the forehead just to kind of create symmetry in the face, not really to contour, but just so that, you know, I look unified and I don't look just bronzed here. Now, because we're doing glam, you know what I mean? Like the glam. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the bronzer a little bit to create like a natural contour under, just so that it looks, you know, contoured. And I don't have to do an extra step of contour. I just have to let this set the face a little bit. Next up, we're gonna finish the under eyes because we're looking a little dry under there. I'm gonna go in with the shade Mocha that we used. And we're just gonna go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line a bit. Just want a little bit of smoke on it, you know? I'm gonna go in with the much darker shade called Central Park, and I'm going to apply this very close to the lower lash line, like super duper close, just to kind of create like a little bit of shadow or darkness, you know what I mean? Like that. Then I'm going to apply mascara because that's very important. So I'm going to start by applying some mascara on the top lashes. Then I apply some on the lower lashes. I'm going to take off this powder now. Shout out to this powder for sitting on there for a while. I'm going to go in with highlight. I'm going to be using my Becca highlight in the shade Opal. This is like such an oldie but such a goodie. I haven't used it in a while. So I'm just going to gently apply it. Oh yeah. Same on the other side. I love this highlight because it really blends in with the skin. So I love to use this when I'm doing glam because it kind of just pulls the look together, I would say. And something about this highlight doesn't bring out my texture, which is why I really like it. Now we're going to go in with blush. And for blush, I'm going to use the Kylie Jenner blush, and this is in the shade Close to Perfect. This blush is really perfect for glam looks because it is a nice little flush of color. It's not too dramatic. It's not too pink. It's like the perfect amount. I'm gonna like just kind of blend everything together. Wow, we're almost done. Can you believe it? We're at the 2-hour mark right now because the shower took me about like 30 minutes. My hair took me about another 30 minutes, and I've been doing my makeup for an hour. So almost close to the 2-hour mark. But we're almost done. We're going to finish up the lips. So I'm going to go in with this MAC lip liner, and this is in the shade Cork. So I'm going to go in with this lipstick by Maybelline. It's 650 Nude Embrace. And as you can tell, I really love it because there's barely anything left. So this is like my everyday lip color. So I'm going to apply it on top. And it's just going to give us like, just to kind of fill in the rest of the lips. Then we're going to go in with Maybelline 535 Purely Nude. This lip color is like literally almost like white. Like it's super light. I feel like it's the perfect color to go on top of dark lipstick. Almost there. We're almost at the color that we want. And then I know this is a little bit different, but I'm going to use some concealer to apply on top because I want it to be a little bit lighter. I don't want it to be this nude slash brown. I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to go in with some concealer. We'll put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to use my ring finger and kind of, see? Dab it and then blend it out with a finger. I'm not even sure if this is like good to do, but that's what we're gonna do. So this is basically it. We're done. So this is basically the transformation, the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial slash transformation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here so you can stay tuned with everything else that I post. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Now, let's see. What are we gonna sew? What are we gonna sew? If I can open it. This thing is always so hard to open. My goodness. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that because I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, could have gave you everything.